Did you know that sexual problems or challenges encountered by most men are actually a signal of so many health challenges in their lives? For example, low libido, loss of appetite for sex, we may call it in that way, and many other challenges that we're going to be seeing as we go through with my honorable guest, Dr. Agnes Kovasinje. I am sure she's a very good expert in this line of making men better. But of course, men who have gone through challenges of hypertension, diabetes, and any other non-communicable diseases that are a cause to men's sexual problems. So some of us who may say, is sex important? Should it be discussed? To tell you, so many homes are breaking because there is no sex. Many homes, many divorces, and many loss of relationship, appetites have come into play just because people have not taken care of themselves, and majorly the men out there. You're most welcome, Doctor.
Thank you very much,
It's
Brian.
my pleasure hosting you, Doctor, and I'm always very, very honored. Last time we had our podcast, it was very interesting.
And we are here for another interesting
And very interesting topic, which is sexuality and or sex. I know most people do not discuss these points deeply. So how is sex or sexuality a big problem to our families and to the man out there?
Thank you very much, Brian. I'll introduce myself again.
Yeah.
Dr. Agnes Barbara Kobusinje, founder of Dr. A, Center for Medical and Lifestyle Restoration. So I specialize in lifestyle medicine, and I work a lot with people who have our lifestyle diseases, diabetes, hypertension, high cholesterol, and a lot of the sexual health issues feature in many of these. And talking about it is an honor, because it's something men don't usually want to talk about, but I think someone has to come out here and talk about it. Yeah. Now, rightly, like you've said, many diseases, they don't begin with pain. They begin with silent presentations, small little things, okay? Changes in our day-to-day habits. And one of the most significant is in our sexual health, our sexual performance. Okay? Now, sexual performance, things like, I think today we are going to talk about things like the erectile dysfunction. You mentioned the low libido. We have the ejaculatory problems, premature ejaculation, delayed ejaculation, the absent ejaculation. We also have a unique one. We call it the retrograde ejaculation. It mainly affects when it comes to fertility issues. Okay? And then we have the painful ones. We have issues of the prostate. There are quite a number of them. And most of these disease conditions, or not, I don't want to call them diseases yet. Most of these changes in your sexual function are actually a language of the body. The body is communicating something major. Erectile dysfunction, for example. And erectile dysfunction, I mean when it can't get up, or if it gets up, you can't keep it up. Is actually one of the first signs and symptoms we see of heart disease.
Wow.
It has nothing to do with you as a man. It has everything to do with whatever is happening in your blood vessels, not just in the penis, but in the whole body. So erectile dysfunction may come maybe at the age of 40, and by the age of 47, you start getting typical heart symptoms. And if you're not helped by 55, you have a stroke. Okay? And why is that? It's because the size of blood vessels in our bodies matters. So the blood vessels in the penis are very small, the arteries, maybe 1 to 2 millimeters in terms of diameter. The ones of the heart, those are the coronary arteries. They're a little bigger, maybe 4, 5, 6 millimeters. The brain, they're even larger. So if any disease condition affects blood vessels in your body, the smallest blood vessels will be the first to feel it, okay? And where do we have these small blood vessels? We have them in the penis, so performance will go down. We have them in our eyes, okay?
Yeah.
We have them in the nerves, in our fingers, in our feet. So you find people having erectile dysfunction, tingling of the fingers, the eyesight is breaking down, but they are more concerned about the sexual function
Than all those
than all
others.
the others.
Yes.
But when you put all those things together, it is about the health of your blood vessels in the whole
System.
body. And that is where the relationship with non-communicable diseases comes in.
Yes.
Diseases like diabetes, high cholesterol, your high blood pressure, okay? Things we know that are damaging, okay. They are the common ones that damage our blood vessels. Okay?
Yes.
And so talking about this issue, I really want the men to get out of hiding.
Yes.
Don't hide these problems. They have nothing to do with your sexuality.
Yes.
Or with you being a man.
Yes.
Luganda, they say sajja. It has
Yes.
nothing to do with your masculinity.
Yes.
It has everything to do with the health of your overall body. I like to say, by the way, and don't laugh at me, but I think the penis is one of the most honest organs on our bodies. Terimba, it doesn't realize.
It either comes up or goes down.
Because you need 4 things
Yes.
that are in good form in your body
Yeah.
for you to have good sexual performance. Your blood vessels must be healthy. Your nerve function, brain-nerve connection must be healthy. Okay? Your hormones must be balanced. Okay? And your mind should not be in a stress of stress. Like you must be calm and confident for you to have good sexual performance. Yes. When you look at those 4 aspects, that is what the whole body needs.
Wow. Now, doctor, when we talk about the coming up and down of the penis, we've seen so many young men at the age of 28 or 30 years, 35, they have erectile dysfunction. And again, there's another category of where somebody gets up after taking a wine or after taking a bottle of beer. Yes, alcohol-induced sexual, appetite. So how do we relate these two? Is it healthy for somebody to do that? Because somebody tells you that unless I take some bottle of beer, I can't get that arousal that I need.
Thank you, Brian. That's a very good question. But I think to answer it, there are certain things we need to understand. Number 1, how does an erection occur?
Yes.
An erection, when you see what you like to see, maybe you've seen nyash.
Yes.
And there is that, the desire is created.
Yes.
The brain will send a signal through the nerves, okay, to the penis.
That is,
to the blood vessels.
That there is nyash there.
That there is nyash there. Okay.
Okay.
Now, what the nerves will do is to produce a compound we call nitric oxide.
Yes.
Nitric oxide is what enables blood vessels to enlarge. Okay. The ones of the penis will enlarge, and a lot of blood will flow towards the penis. Okay. So that blood should flow in the correct amounts and at the correct pressure.
Yes.
Once it flows into the penis has some 2 spaces. We call them the cavernos. I'll not go medical, okay?
Yeah.
Once those spaces are full, they automatically press on certain blood veins. It's like a valve.
Yes.
Once it is full, it locks the system. And so blood is trapped in the penis, okay? Yeah. And that's how you get an erection. So at the point of ejaculation, again, it is the brain which will release the signal of release, okay?
Yes.
And I told you today I'm not going to shy away. I'm going to say them these things as they're supposed to be, okay?
Yes.
So it is, you realize, to have an ejaculation, to orgasm, to come. Sometimes it's what your partner does. Maybe the sound. There is something that triggers the brain to order the release signal. When it orders the release signal, okay, it becomes like, you know how a factory that assembles things, like it's like a conveyor belt.
Yes.
From one organ to the other, this one to that. It's very coordinated.
Yes.
So the brain releases the signal release. It travels via the nerves again, okay? and it is delivered to the glands. This time
Yes.
it's the prostate and the seminal vesicles.
Yes.
Semen is released into the urethra,
Yeah.
and then the muscles contract rhythmically to
And
push it out.
out.
So in everything I have mentioned, I think the common things I want you to take note of is I keep talking about the brain function, signals via the nerves, blood vessels receiving and moving blood, muscles contracting. You get me?
Yeah.
At nowhere am I talking about you as a man you desire and issues around. And these things I'm talking about are present in all other organs in the body.
Yeah.
Okay? So understanding how the erection and how ejaculation happen is critical in us understanding why we are getting problems.
Yeah.
If anything goes wrong along that process, if the brain fails to trigger, I'm going to talk about the brain. Okay?
Yes.
For the brain, if the brain, okay, there are conditions which we classify as the brain thinks your body is under attack or is under threat. Okay? Stress, fear, for your financial worries, insults, things that make the body feel under threat. Okay?
Yeah.
They trigger what we call a sort of survival emergency mode in you. Okay, let me use simple words. They press the stress button, the stress switch on. Okay? Once the stress switch is on, the sexual arousal switch cannot be on. Those are two switches that can never be on at the same time.
Yeah.
It's either sexual switch is on, stress off, so you must be calm, or the stress is on and sexual arousal is off. Those two switches, get it from me, can never be on at the same time.
Yeah.
Whenever the body feels under threat, it always chooses survival rather than sexual pleasure. So that is how the brain works. The nerves, the nerve-brain connection must be intact. We have diseases like diabetes, which affect blood flow to these nerves, okay? Or it damages the nerves. And so certain people have erectile dysfunction and some of those other problems because diabetes is affecting their nerves.
Yes.
And not just the nerves of the sexual act, but nerves in the whole body.
Yeah.
Blood flow should enter the vessels in and out, veins should lock, valves should be in working, okay? But we have diseases like, again, diabetes, high cholesterol, hypertension, okay? Certain things we call systemic inflammation, in some infections. These diseases affect the blood vessels, generally in the whole body.
Yes.
But for you, one of the first things you notice is that your sexual function will go down. So erectile dysfunction, even in the young, is also talking about the general health of the body.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, where does alcohol come in? Alcohol in small quantities is like a brain stimulant.
Yeah.
It tends to relax the brain. Okay. It calms the brain or it creates a certain excitement. But that is not what I wanted to say. What I wanted to say is for men, and don't get me the wrong way, I'm a last born of boys, so
Yes.
I've grown up with my brothers and these things I
Yes.
see. You are emotionally very sensitive. Very, very sensitive. Okay? One little comment like this can damage your esteem and your confidence so significantly. Okay? So it takes someone who's lived around the young men, like now me around my brothers growing up, that have come to appreciate certain things.
Yeah.
Okay? So when you get a challenge with your sexual performance once, many of you develop anxiety around the sexual performance. You stop initiating sex because fear of, I might initiate, cause excitement, and then
it blows out.
Things blow up on me. Or, okay, in that direction, okay? Or maybe you had promised heaven on earth, and when you got there, things didn't work out that way.
These days, men promise.
And
They always
maybe
promise.
your girlfriend or your wife makes an innocent comment, and I thought you were going to go on the whole night. Okay?
Yeah.
It sort of affects your esteem.
Yeah.
Now, that is how sexual function now becomes an issue.
Yeah.
The initial was caused by maybe reduced blood flow due to the diabetes,
Mhm.
but then the anxiety that is coming with it is worsening
Yeah.
that sexual performance. Okay?
Yes.
And over time, you find men and they will fear to initiate with their wives. Okay?
Yeah, because
But they will venture outside where there is
hot
fear of no judgment.
yes.
Of you're like, that one, by the time she's judging, I will have already gone back home. So we start that kind of cycle of things.
Yeah.
But I'm here pleased to tell the men, sexual issues are nothing to do with sexuality.
Your sexuality, yes.
It's nothing to do with your ability as a man. It's everything to do with the health of blood vessels, health of our nerves, the brain connections, the hormones, okay? And then if you are going through stressful like circumstances, okay? And I want people to come out for help.
Yeah.
Okay?
You know, doctor, when we talk about that, I relate something on my social media, on my LinkedIn and Facebook. There are people who have been trying to connect, you know, and two people came in to meet, and the girl tells me that, look, as I was discussing with this man, he's 42 years, he told me that he's living with diabetes and he wants to marry me. And I've heard people say that anyone who is living with diabetes has sexual problems. And I fear now, I've not given birth. She's 32, 33 years. She's not given birth yet. She fears a man who will not have sex with her because of diabetes. And she chose not to date this man. So tell our viewers, or tell everyone out there, if somebody approaches you to date you and they are living with diabetes and he's a man, what would you advise them to do to make sure that even those who are living with diabetes are made comfortable to know that actually these problems are correctable?
Oh, I'm sorry for that's deep.
Yeah.
That's really deep. And for me, it even gives me more purpose to be here. Don't run away from diabetics.
Yes.
Yes, diabetes will affect sexual function.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that it's not a condition that can be managed. Okay? Let me first look at these conditions like we are talking about them. Okay? Let me go one by one. Erectile dysfunction. When it can't get up, or if it gets up, you can't keep it up. Okay?
Yes. Yeah.
Or and some people cannot keep it up. Some people cannot actually penetrate.
Yes.
They lose it at the point of penetration.
Yeah.
Or some people at the point of entry, once the excitement comes in, then they lose it. All those I classify as erectile dysfunction. Okay. What exactly is happening inside the body? Erectile dysfunction is a vascular warning. It is a warning about the health of your blood vessels.
Yes.
In general. But like I said, the penis has small blood vessels, so they are affected earlier than the ones that are on the heart and the brain. Okay. So once the blood vessel lining, the inner lining of the blood vessels has been damaged, either by diabetes or cholesterol or whatever has inflamed them, okay, you find that the substance nitric oxide, or how do you say, nitric oxide is what the nerves will produce to enlarge these
The veins.
the vessels. They sort of stop responding to that nitric oxide. Okay, it's like when your hand is broken and someone wants to hold it. Okay, if they ever held you and they held you strongly and it pains, when they come back to hold you, you will always shy away.
Yeah.
So let us say the blood vessels also, in the face of sexual performance, which is going to require them to enlarge and receive a large amount of blood, but they are already sick.
Yes.
They tend to shy away. Does it make sense to you?
True.
Okay? I'm trying to speak English.
Yes.
Okay? So you find that the blood flow, there are many other reasons that may happen within the blood, but just know that it is a vascular warning. And many times it signals, it's an early warning sign of heart disease. It's an early warning sign of high blood pressure. It is also an early warning sign of high cholesterol.
Yeah.
If you have low libido, okay, let's go to things like low libido. The desire goes down. The interest, and not the interest in your wife only.
Yes.
For some people, the interest in your wife goes away, but outside here, interest is at its
sharp.
best.
Yeah.
That is now another issue. But I'm
Yes.
saying when general interest goes away, fantasies reduce,
Yeah.
the will to initiate goes down. That is talking about hormonal imbalance. It's a hormonal and metabolic warning.
Warning.
Okay? Either you have low testosterone, or we are dealing with issues of poor sleep and the hormone cortisol is at play. It's a lot. Or you're going through chronic stress, could be illness, could be financial, could be grief,
Yeah.
whatever you're dealing with. Okay? Or you've developed what we call insulin resistance, which happens in diabetes.
Yeah.
Okay? And those conditions, generally the stress hormones they suppress the sexual hormones. Okay? Once the body is under duress, it will choose survival. It will never choose sex. So it suppresses the sexual function in order to prepare your body for fight, flight. You understand?
Yeah.
So all energy is diverted to this side rather than, it's like you when you, okay, like if we anticipated war as a country, it would be normal for government to pull budgets from other ministries and beef up
Yes.
the security.
Yeah.
So in this case, survival is the security.
Yeah.
So sex, that one is luxury. It can come back later.
Yeah.
You understand? So that kind of low desire is often low energy at a cellular level. Okay. Now let's look at a combination of fatigue and sexual changes. So you have sexual changes, and then you say they're experiencing low energy, fatigue,
Yeah.
weight gain, poor sleep, reduced stamina. Okay. The body is not failing. It is trying to adapt to disease. And I fear that situation very much because it makes people delay to seek help.
Yeah.
That adaptation of the body. But where you see your sexual changes are happening, performance is going down, your energy levels are not working out, please run for help. It's either your blood vessels, your hormones, your nerves, or your brain is under a lot of stress. Okay. Let's look at recovery rates.
Before we go for the recovery rates, doctor, I'll still go back to the man living with the diabetes.
We are looking at I wanted to come back to the
Yes.
man living with diabetes.
Yes.
And this is directed to my sister. If the man was handsome, tall, he's got the money, please don't run away from diabetes.
Yes.
Go apologize and go back to this man. Okay?
And of course, her worry is whatever is being spoken about diabetes in line of sexual performance and the appetite as we talk about that.
So what diabetes will do is it damages blood vessels.
Yes.
Okay. Too much sugar in blood, and I think we'll get time to talk about diabetes as diabetes. It damages the blood vessels, and at the end of the day, your erectile most of them suffer erectile dysfunction. Okay. Yes. But these blood vessels can be healed. People have healed from heart attacks, haven't they?
Yes.
People have recovered from stroke.
Yes.
All those are blood vessel damages. What makes you think the ones of the penis cannot recover? They actually can recover.
Yes.
Mild to moderate erectile dysfunction, the recovery rate is between 70 to 90%.
Which is good.
Which is very good.
Yes.
But you need to get the help.
Yes.
And what does the help entail? One, we must control whatever the disease is. If it's diabetes, we must control the sugar. If it's pressure, we must bring it down. If it's cholesterol, we must clean the blood.
Yes.
Then there are specific lifestyle changes in your nutrition, in how you eat your food, in physical activity. There are those guidances that we give. Okay? Then for stress, people need to be trained on coping mechanisms, coping habits, okay, to be able to manage stress or to appreciate the role of stress in their own health. So for that man, yes, diabetic, fine. If they get help to control the diabetes, the sexual function will never go down.
Yeah.
And he should be able to have children and live like any other normal person. Yeah. Even for those who've lived with it for very long, there are those where diabetes has really disturbed them.
Yes.
Even if the whole function doesn't return 100%, coming for support will improve your quality of life very significantly.
Yeah.
Okay? And so for the diabetic, yes. they don't have, you don't have to go through sexual, you don't have to suffer sexual changes.
Yes.
Okay? If you have diabetes, hypertension, and those.
Mhm.
So please tell the ladies stop running away from my brothers. But also my brothers out
Yes.
there,
Talk to
please
the men themselves.
come and we help. Okay.
Yes.
Come to Dr. A, Medical and Medical and Lifestyle Restoration Center.
Yes.
Come, let's talk. Come, I help you. Okay. Because when you keep quiet, now you see beautiful ladies are running away from you. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Sometimes it's very, very challenging to the men, and I think we need to speak to the men, not to get scared, because we're talking about diabetes, and those who already have it already have this challenge. But I think I would call upon the men, as you heard the doctor say, it is correctable. You can correct your challenges and get back and become the man in the house. Okay.
oh
Yes.
yeah, no, that's a good one. But to be honest,
Yeah.
there are men who come to the clinic for support.
Yes.
And up to about 30% of them did not actually know they were diabetic.
Yeah.
They come because they saw me on social media talk about issues of sexual dysfunction, erectile dysfunction, and the premature ejaculations. They come for help.
Mhm.
And I don't like guesswork. I must do a thorough 360 assessment on you.
Yeah.
In doing the assessment, you find this is somebody who is already diabetic or they are pre-diabetic. And they've been like that for a long time.
Yeah.
Some are even hypertensive. Some of them, the cholesterol levels are obscene.
Yeah.
Okay? But they've been living. They say they don't
Normal
feel
life.
it.
They don't.
Okay?
Yeah.
And the only thing they felt was when the honorable went on
Fails.
strike.
So what I pick from the doctor,
Ngechikondo cha good.
yes, what I pick from the doctor is that should you present, because what I pick from you, doctor, is that should somebody present erectile dysfunction, um, you know, um, early ejaculation, maybe to me, I think over going for urination all the time.
No. Let me listen for you.
Yes.
Erectile dysfunction.
Yes.
When it can't
You
get
go-
up, it's a weak erection.
Yeah.
Premature ejaculation, when it comes too fast.
Yes.
Delayed ejaculation, when
Yes.
it just refuses to come, and you go on and it just refuses.
Yeah.
Then we have what we call the absent or the unejaculation.
Yes.
You'll come, but it's
Nothing.
as if it's nothing.
Yes.
Then we have the painful one. Ejaculation should give you pleasure, not pain.
Not
okay?
pain. Yes.
Then we have the retrograde. Now, the ones of retrograde, it will feel like a normal ejaculation. But the sperms, instead of getting out through the urethra,
Yeah.
they tend to go backwards into the urinary bladder.
Yeah.
So if you're the type of person who has sex and when you come, when you go to urinate, you find your urine is sort of cloudy.
Yes.
Then you have a retrograde
Of
ejaculation.
Yes.
It may not disturb your sexual function, but it will have cause you some fertility issues.
Yeah.
Okay. We've talked about the painful issues of low
ejaculation.
libido.
Yeah.
Okay. All those classified together. And those things are not drawn in line. Some are a mix of the other. Okay?
And so many.
Some it's psychological, it's anxiety performance. Okay?
Yeah.
There are some who will tell you that when the lady is black, nothing.
Yes.
When the lady is light skinned,
Yes, exactly.
I don't even get to go past the thighs.
Yes, I don't.
All those, and it's
Because of-
psychology.
It's
yeah?
psychology. Now let's talk about the role of a woman in this, because many wives in the house, their men actually no longer go sexually with them because the man attempted several times and couldn't pass through the thighs, as you say. And the only way she could address this is telling the man that you cannot manage sex, and this man loses his esteem in the end and decides to actually withdraw from her. But the same man, when he goes out there, he sparks like nothing. What brings all this?
That one is a delicate topic, Brian. It is a very delicate topic.
Yeah.
Because desire, choice, I mean, that is not what I'm talking about.
Taste and preference.
Taste and preference.
Change.
The hidden wars in a home over financial, that's not what I'm talking about. But
Yes.
let's speak sexuality.
Yes.
What is the role of a lady? One, we need to be understanding of what is happening. And normally when a man has erectile dysfunction, I normally at some point want to involve the wife. Because if she understands that the challenge is with the blood, a condition that has been brought about by lifestyle, the way we've been eating our food, the way we are cooking our food, the timing of our food, then I'm bringing in her role as a woman to help, okay? Because what is happening to this man in his blood vessels is possibly also happening to her if they are all eating the same way, okay? The only difference is that for him, chikondo chagud, all has repeated.
That's good.
But for her, it might present as something totally different. So in terms of adjusting lifestyle at home, the wife has a role to play. But for me, the other most important role that a wife has to play, and it's going to come from the husbands. As men, be honest and open with your wives that this and this is happening to me, okay? And as wives or as women, we need to stop these derogatory comments.
Yeah.
Comments that further damage, someone's esteem and confidence. Because you're shooting the wrong bird. It has nothing to do with him. He also possibly doesn't understand why his blood vessels are not performing or the nerves are not performing. Okay? I've seen comments and the husband and wife will come for care, and the moment they go, as if they are going out, the wife comes back and says, but do you think that thing will ever work again?
Yeah, she's worried.
The man is just like a cabbage in the house. I'm like, no, come on, you don't say words like that. I said, but I tell him he never hear, He says, but what do you want me to do?
For 5-10 years.
And in I think it's a psychological thing. Sometimes when we are, as men, when the performance is down there is not okay, then we try to compensate with some unexplained authority in the house.
Yes.
You're angry all the time. You're bossing around all the time. And, oh God, it's a complicated thing. But that is where psychologists come in.
So you don't even blame the woman?
The women, I think what they need to know, and this is something I learned especially from my brothers, is men are very sensitive to little comments.
Yeah.
Damaging or injuring his esteem or confidence, and he no longer feels like a man in the home, is not going to improve the condition. It's going to worsen the condition. Okay? Yes. And that is where the role of psychologists come in. And I start off with psychologists first. It's not an issue of taking you to say a sex therapist. No. Yes. We must first make sure you don't have these lifestyle diseases. Yeah. Make sure you're not diabetic. The medical, metabolic issues need to be sorted out. Okay? Then the relationship needs to be reconstructed. Yeah. Okay? And as a wife, they need to know the role they can play in the act. Okay? Men, most times once they've been injured once or twice, they stop initiating. Yeah. The morning, he looks at his wife and is like, but if I try,
and the thing failed.
And the thing failed.
Yes.
I'll have opened another, but they will not cook me katobo in the morning. So,
but I think as men, we need to take responsibility.
We need to take
really.
responsibility.
And I believe that, yes, the woman has responsibility, or she has a role to play. But in the end of the day, it's our body as men. Before the woman moves forward to tell you of your low libido, you should be able to actually seek help. Say, let's go to them, for checkups and everything. Because in the end of the day, it's all about you as an individual. Because if we've discussed here and says low libido, is a signal to a certain disease, then you don't need your wife to tell you, please, let's go to the hospital.
True, but of course, sexuality is another thing. I don't know. I think God was happy the day he created men. He put a lot of fine detail.
Yes.
That hides behind that I am a man bit of things.
Yes.
But I am a last born of boys. I know how delicate your
men
ego
are very delicate.
And esteem are. Okay? One little thing like this,
it will.
And a man will never use that road again.
Is that why women are trained to always massage our egos? Because to be
African
sincere,
traditional society groomed us.
I have seen a woman can tell you she has never met a strong man in her life, even when you know that you didn't even last a second.
Yes. African traditional society.
Yeah.
But the reasons why we would massage men's egos was different.
For my, for their pockets, probably.
Okay, let me tell you what I was told.
Yeah.
And it was a priest who was teaching
Yes.
us.
Yeah.
He told me in the African traditional society, the girl child naturally used not to be taken to school.
Mhm.
And when you were of age, your father would marry you off
Yes.
to the richest man on the village, the highest bidder,
Yes. Takes it.
the one who would give
More cows.
more
and,
cows
yes.
and got the bride price. Now, being of age meant you've seen your first menstrual period. Those years, it used to come a little later in life.
about
This
16.
now, it's very early. That's a different story. So, in that home where you're married, this rich man was at liberty to marry as many other young girls as he could afford to pay for.
Yeah.
And that is where the role of the singer came in.
in.
To teach her girl tricks, to remain a favorite to that man amid that environment of
Other girls.
of competition.
Yeah.
Okay? And that's where the singers would teach the girls to massage the man's ego.
Yeah.
Even when he has done nothing, you praise him as if he's a king, because you don't want to lose out on the support.
Yes.
And that time it was really the basics of accommodation, clothing, maybe your children go to school, etc.
Yeah.
They came up with very many interesting things. In Buganda, I've grown up a lot in Buganda. The omusajja tebamfumbira lumonde kiro. You know why? Neighbor has cooked matoke, my friend. Like they taught you things to massage the man's ego.
Yeah.
But looking at the current situation now, maybe that is something women should do. But in doing so, the men are going to get complacent. Okay? Or maybe women shouldn't do it and the men get out of hiding. What do you think?
No, we also know, like as we said, we know that I've not even meant, I've not made it to 1 minute, but you're telling me you've never met the strongest man.
You've not even gotten inside there
Inside
and
there,
praising
like,
you, I'm cooking
before you,
katogo,
before you enter on, or how do you call it? Before you enter on Zeta, before you have entered, she's complaining that you are too much. Now, that shows that the men have been, massaged their egos in a way that they can't identify the weakness. And some women now have come up boldly to say that, Munange, there's nothing that you did. You need to improve on your sexual performance.
When those are empowered women, by the way, because when the man is paying rent and buying food,
you can't.
How do you start? But let's put it out there to the men. I don't know. I hope that in the comment section we can get comments.
Yeah.
How do men want this handled?
Yes.
At the Dr. A Medical and Lifestyle Restoration Center, I have private parking and private consultation rooms.
Yes.
I respect the privacy of men. Okay, I'll be honest, men come and maybe they come alongside a little one. And when someone calls like, no, I have taken my child to hospital,
While he has come for his own consultation.
He has come for his own consultation, but there's always a reason.
Yes.
And I respect that.
Yes.
But I'm hoping as we work together with the men, their confidence returns. We do have, on this issue of sexual problems, be it erectile dysfunction, be it premature ejaculation, all these non-communicable diseases we are talking about, they have certain elements to them. One is nutrition.
Yes.
Your nutrition has to be in a certain way.
Yeah. From
what you're eating, how you're eating it, and when you're eating it. And you need that guidance in order to improve from certain disease conditions. Okay. The second is exercises, physical exercises. Okay. And when I'm talking about exercises, I'm not just saying gym or cardio. Some of them is just basic movements, stretches, and we do help. Okay. For example, people who have premature ejaculation, our sexual organs are seated on muscles in the pelvis. We call it the pelvic floor. Yeah. When it's too tight, then the men will suffer a lot of premature ejaculations or the painful ejaculations. Again, when those muscles are loose, then they start getting the delayed ejaculation. So it's about toning them with balance, okay? Yes. And we do support and guide people on that. The other now is the family. And with family, it's where the role of the wife would come in. But also, many times, for example, if there is one person in a family that has diabetes, if you test diabetes, their chances are that there are many other diabetics or potential diabetics in your family. Not because diabetes is inherited, no, but the sensitivity of your receptors is what is inherited.
Yes.
Okay, let me say it this way. You may find in your family or your genetic line, your sinks block easily.
Yes.
Eh? So that the fact that the kind of sink that blocks easily is what you transfer in genetics. Okay? And so the way we guide you in your lifestyle may differ from someone whose sinks do not block easily. So the fact that they block easily, you easily get insulin resistance. And you become diabetic. But it is preventable. I don't know whether you're getting what I'm saying. Okay? So how have I arranged this? So every first Saturday of the month, we have open discussions on nutrition and the role of nutrition in all of these conditions. Diabetes, cholesterol, sexual dysfunction, hypertension, fatty livers, kidney, the whole spectrum, nutrition. The second Saturday of the month, we handle mental wellness. Mental health, mental wellness. How do you cope with stress? How do you know stress is one causing etc.? We handle that on every second Saturday of a month. On the third Saturday of the month, that is when we go into family. Okay? We go into family issues, and that is also where we handle issues around exercise. Because as a family, we want you to develop a certain lifestyle that protects your delicate sinks from blocking. Okay? And it should not just be how you cook food at home, but also your children, where they are in school, where they go to work. Okay? That's why you find we are all eating KFC. But some children are becoming obese, others are not becoming. Okay? So all that guidance we give on the third Saturday of the month. The fourth Saturday is open for discussion, those who want the one-on-ones. And we normally do what we call chimeza, the round table discussions. If there are many chimeza, sometimes women are alone, men are alone, or sometimes we are combined, or sometimes we do it over a campfire. And we discuss pertinent issues that perturb our health. And some things like what you're raising, issues of men and women around sexuality, culture, this massaging, is a beautiful topic for for chimeza. And we get to know from, all the sides. Now, that said, during the week, we are open and people should walk in. And as and when, okay? Normally on this, so I think we are going to share the numbers. Make the call, find out. But my biggest point, I'm insisting as men, do not keep quiet for these little changes in your sexual performance. They have nothing to do with sex or desire or you as a man. They have everything to do with your overall health of the body. Okay? The penis, the heart, the brain. Okay? Thank you.
Even when we talk about these days, it's common that women are getting worried each day by worried of men getting bigger. And women are now choosing to identify the sexual performance of a man by his weight. So how do we relate? Somebody, if you look at a man with really, really a huge stomach, I would call it a belly, pot belly, very huge out there.
Then the honorable shrinks.
The honorable shrinks. And then sex becomes the problem.
I knew that's what you wanted to say.
So can we tell the men out there who are carrying those big pot bellies that there is danger? And in these days, as women identify marriage partners, you present yourself with that big belly, the woman will say, no, you are not my type.
Brian. Anyway, let's talk about it. I'll start off with the women. Yes, it's true. Especially the young, nice girls who are looking after themselves. They've developed certain catchphrases.
Criterias.
A man has a big belly.
No.
They whisper, ED.
ED.
A man who is smoking.
Yes,
ED.
Yes.
A man who is diabetic, you declare those things, fatty liver, you diabetic wounds, they will say ED,
Yes.
But the whole issue is, plainly said, they are correct. They are correct. Or I would say, where is the lie?
There's no lie.
There is no lie. Only that I'm hoping when they say these things, the men are not hearing. Be gentle, ladies. Be gentle. But here is the science behind it. Okay. I'll start off with smoking. We've talked about diabetes, how it affects blood vessels and nerves, and yes, sexual dysfunction is one of the signs and symptoms, okay, or outcomes of uncontrolled blood sugars, pressure, and everything. Smokers, yes, smoking damages the blood vessels, and many people who've smoked for long they know that their sexual function actually really goes down. Okay, now let's come to the belly.
Yes.
The pert belly.
Yes.
So the belly fat, and I've talked about it many times.
Yes.
At first, we used to know when you eat excess sugar or eat excess starch, the body stores the excess as fat under the skin and or around the organs.
Yeah.
But now we also know that the one we call visceral fat, the one around the organs, and most organs are in our belly, the ones around those organs is not just fat anymore. It has started behaving, or it behaves like an organ itself. Yes. Producing toxins, producing some hormones, let me call it generally toxins. An example is leptin. You can look up leptin, you can look up aromatase. I can give you a list of many names, but I'm not going scientific now. Now, one of the main things that those toxins are doing, and men, you listen, those toxins are converting the hormone testosterone into estrogen. Yeah. So and testosterone is what makes a man a man. Estrogen is what makes a woman a woman. So the belly fat, true, is producing toxins that are converting you from a man
to a woman
into a woman. And not just the sexual organ that it will shrink. No. Even the voice, even your mannerisms, even
the walking style, everything around you.
You say, is that developing? Yes.
Yeah, many, yeah.
You understand? It's changing, and we need to be honest and we take note of that. Yeah. So the women are not telling lies. It's true. Men who have these big bellies, most times the honorable is not very okay. It is but again, we are not here.
Do you work on it? Do you improve?
What I do is I help you get rid of belly fat, and then we work on your nutrition, and a few other things to boost
because
your testosterone.
We've seen people talk about enlargement. Do you enlarge?
No. And I do not. Honestly, me, I don't encourage those
to enlarge.
Even if they enlarged.
Yes, but
even if they enlarged and it's the size of a soda bottle.
Yes.
But the blood vessels are sick. Blood will not go there.
Yes.
The nerves are not working. The brain will not connect. The hormone testosterone, which is supposed to make this enlarged thing perform like a hero, is not there. Yeah. Okay? So I would rather we deal with the disease conditions first.
Reduce your weight.
Not just the weight. And I think I need to come out clear here.
Yes.
There is a difference between losing weight and losing fat. With issues around testosterone,
it is fat.
Issues of diabetes. What I want you to lose the fat, but we must preserve the muscle because we need the muscles for certain functions. So even how we arrange your diet is different from someone who just generally wants to lose overall weight.
So you can have your weight looking good, but when you have less fat.
Less fat muscle when you walk ogumide. Okay? Yes. Rather than, like people have these theories of being small is healthy. Sometimes even the small ones are not very healthy. Yeah. But also the very big ones are not very healthy. Okay? So there is a very big difference between losing weight in general, because you can lose weight, but your fat muscle ratio remains the same. Yes. For these disease conditions, I need you to lose fat. But we preserve the muscles. Okay? Because we need those muscles for all these functions. The muscles are very good in controlling blood sugar levels. Our muscles are part of, they serve a lot of purposes. Yeah. Okay? The other issue of enlarging, those are cosmetic things. Okay? Those are cosmetic things. And for me, I'll not talk about them because I don't understand them. Yes. What I'm interested in is be healthy. Yeah. Be healthy. Okay? So yes.
So for
But
the
let us, I was talking about recovery rates. We said
Mhm.
with erectile dysfunction, by the way, it's an issue of blood flow, and 70 to 90% of the people will improve. Okay. When it is hormonal imbalance, low testosterone, low desire, fatigue, poor erections, especially the early morning erection. You know that we have two types of erections. We have the one that is triggered by desire.
Yes.
You've seen Nyash and the member talks.
Yes.
No, that is one. The second one is this one in the morning that is initiated by the health of your body.
Should every man have a morning
Ideally,
erection?
you need a morning erection. It
Every man?
speaks about the amount of testosterone in your system. And even when you come, I normally ask about the two. Do you see the morning one? Say the morning one is there.
Yes.
The problem is this one initiated by desire. So we discuss along that time.
So
now
so
recovery,
to understand it, there are those who get the morning erection and they
yes,
don't get one of desire. And there are those who get the one of desire and the morning is not there.
once the morning one is not there, the quality of even this other one is usually very poor.
But should a man
But
at
there are
60 years
those-
get a morning erection? And
Oh yes, why not?
60 years,
He has the hormone testosterone and blood
50
vessels, and
years,
even 70.
he should get the morning.
Hey, pass a chagolola, my friend.
We thought this morning erection is for boys 15, 20, 25 or 30. But when you reach 40, 50, really the chamber should be really relaxed.
Look at yourself.
I don't know. I have to learn now. I have to improve myself.
No.
True.
There are changes that come with age.
Yeah.
Yes. The prostate will change with age. Yes. But the disease conditions I'm talking about are choice.
By choice.
Something has gone wrong, get help to fix it. Okay? We've said erectile dysfunction, 70 to 90% will recover.
Yeah.
Let's look at hormonal imbalance. Lifestyle cases, most 15 to 30% will see very actually immediate improvement. Okay? One good night of sleep, 7 to 9 hours, can reduce the amount of cortisol in your blood by over 50%. Okay? One good week of proper diet and sleep can improve your testosterone levels up to 40%.
Yes.
You're getting. So let us stop panel beating these things and feeling sorry for ourselves and those telling ourselves good lies. And lies are in Chibala, you know,
Yes.
Chibala, that talk in the bar.
Yes.
Everyone is a counselor.
Yeah.
Okay, and then for those where there is nerve damage or nerve issues, maybe secondary, especially to diabetes or stroke or whatever, nerves can be retrained. Okay, and if the nerves after stroke can be trained, what told you that these other ones cannot?
Yeah.
Okay, and normally for those ones, I think the nerve and reflexes are trainable. 70 to 85% of people regain.
Yeah.
Okay. People who have this premature ejaculation, the delayed muscles and nerves can be trained and they can recover. Okay. If it is inflammation, we can manage it. Yeah. Okay. So let people not keep quiet out there. Okay. And they leave these diseases to that.
Yeah, to drain them.
Yeah, to take over their lives. Okay. So that's what I would say. Unless you want me to give it to you again in summary.
When we look at, let's go back to the men that have the potbelly. We use the big size, to make sure that we get the front seat wherever we go. And most men use their size to really command respect in society. Is it still the same? Because we knew many years ago that a man who has a potbelly actually is more respected even when he's poor.
I would say welcome back from that world, because these things don't work. Pot belly is not okay, whether it is on a small man, a big man, or whatever. A pot belly is not okay.
Yes, not okay.
Especially this upper thing here.
Yes.
That one is not okay. It is an organ which is
causing
causing havoc in your body.
In your
okay.
body. Yes.
But how long ago our people were very interesting.
Yes.
Even those who would suffer that condition, hydrocele.
Yes.
That infection. And then they get a lot of water in the bowls. They were respected like chiefs.
He has a bigger one.
I'm not going to go into that direction.
So thank you so much, guys. We are at Nariam Hotel. For those who do want to know where we do our podcasts, our recordings are always at Nariam Hotel. Nariam Hotel, as you're going down to Quality Supermarket, it's just on the right. You can search about it in Google and you find Nariam Motel. So thank you so much. It's been a pleasure hosting Doctor. And Doctor, in 1, 2, 3 minutes, only one maybe, talk to the man, look into the camera, talk to the man, let the man who is watching in his sitting room now or in his office wake up from his challenges and come to Dr. A Wellness, where you'll be able to handle his challenges that have failed many hospitals.
Thank you, Brian. I'll start with correcting you. I'm no longer Dr. A Medical Wellness Center.
Yes.
I'm Dr. A Center for Medical and Lifestyle Restoration.
Oh, right.
Guidance given by the ministry.
Yes.
And that's because I do lifestyle restoration.
Yes.
Let me even sit properly. This is to the men. I want to summarize for you. Weak and inconsistent erections. That is a blood flow problem. Yes. Not just in the penis, but in the whole body. And up to 90% of the people can recover. If it is ejaculation, either delayed or too quickly or delayed, whichever, any problem around ejaculation, it's talking about your nervous system, how sensitive it is, okay? Or if it is having challenges at that particular point, coupled with a bit of hormonal issues. Up to 85% will improve with very simple lifestyle things. If it is low desire, the low libido, most times it is your hormones or you're dealing a stressed life. You're living a stressed what? Life. If it is dysfunction, discomfort, pain, pelvic issues, a lot of that we call it inflammation, okay? Stress of muscles, stress of organs. And these are things that can be worked on. Please do not hide a sexual challenge. Come to Dr. A, Center for Medical and Lifestyle Restoration. We are on Chira Kasangati Road, okay? We actually housed within Romo Gardens. Yeah. Or you can call the numbers 0700-162-402. And if you call that, it comes direct to me. Or you can call 0770-868508. But please do not keep quiet for these challenges. It doesn't matter how long you've had this challenge, okay? The most important is for you to seek the correct help and start getting helped. Most of these are very reversible. So thank you very much.
Wow. Thank you so much, guys. It's my pleasure hosting Dr. Agnes. And for the men out there, I agitate for the men to come out of their, cocoon. Fight for yourself. Good sex definitely will make you the best man as well. When you have problems of sex, you know how stressful it is to your wife, to your girlfriend, to anyone out there. I believe that men, we can be in control. And for those who have many children and you're done with giving birth, did you know that instead of your wife taking up family planning, a man can take up vasectomy? I am a person who have taken up vasectomy, and I agitate for men who have had enough children, and then you want to have that life of less stress. Go for vasectomy, and you can go to marriage stops and you'll have your vasectomy done perfectly. Vasectomy is 99% safe for all family plannings that for men can have. So thank you so much. Once again, I'm at Nariam Hotel. Come and support Nariam Hotel. You'll have a very good place, conducive, nice, and peaceful for you.
Oh, one sentence. Vasectomy does not cause erectile dysfunction.
Wonderful. The doctor said that, yes, it actually improves the performance of men. And vasectomy is one of the safest family planning methods for men. And I believe that if men took up vasectomy, they would save women from going through all those challenges of hormonal family planning methods. So thank you so much, guys. It's a pleasure, and see you in my next podcast. Thank you.